Ryan Jarrell here, and I caught up with Dustin Jacoby, the Hanyak, who picked up a massive win at UFC 268, a UD win over John Allen this past Saturday. Dustin, how are you?
I'm good, Ryan. Thanks for having me on the show, man. I'm very excited, very happy after my win Saturday night, and I'm doing it and celebrating the best way I know how, which is on the golf course.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously we were going to get to this because you're a big golfer, and I'm just trying to get into it a little bit myself. So how is the golf game these days? Are you just continuing to get better and better?
Yeah, you continue to play, you continue to get better. It hasn't been a great year. I haven't scored as well as I did last year. I played some really good golf last season, but anytime you can be on the golf course, you're doing something right and life's good.
What course are you playing today?
Today I'm playing Red Hawk Ridge in Castle Rock, Colorado. Absolutely beautiful course, stunning views, a lot of elevation change. So we're having a great time, man.
Very good. What's the score at right now?
I tell you what, so I haven't been keeping score because I had a few interviews. My teammate or my partner back here has keeping the score. I am probably 5 or 6 over through 5 or 6 holes. I'm playing bogey golf right now.
Okay. Well,
so I mean, it's respectable. The elbows are a little sore, legs are sore, but other than that, just it's hard to go low this time of year. I haven't played in a little bit. It got to be hunting season, so this is just a gift, man. I'm actually gonna have my buddy film this shot while I'm doing this interview, if you don't mind.
Let's do it.
That way we can let the people know.
Okay, let's do it. I want to see you right off the tee.
Yeah, man, but I got some time, so
cool. So you let me know when you're getting ready to tee it off, and we'll press pause. But big win, man. You've been hunting the UFC light heavyweight division. You're 4-0-1 now since you're back in the UFC, and this was another big win over a tough guy. How happy are you with the performance?
I'm extremely happy. I wasn't that completely satisfied as soon as the fight was over because, of course, I always plan on finishing the opponents. But when I took time to reflect and look back on the fight, on such short notice, I'm extremely happy. John Allen was a very durable fighter, a very good fighter, and I knew he'd be tough going in. I just didn't have the proper amount of time to prepare for him or to really get to know what I was up against. So when it came to that, I just you just don't think, man. You go in there and you just react and you do what you know how to do best. And another thing that worked to my benefit is he kept us standing. I thought he was going to come in and wrestle and work his jiu-jitsu a little bit more, but he chose not to do that. And I think a very poor decision on his part.
Yeah, and you looked really good, as you always do, on the feet. I know you took this fight on short notice. Did you feel like you were getting a little bit tired towards the end of the fight? Because Joe Rogan actually mentioned in the third round that it looked like you were starting to slow down a bit.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I was getting a little bit tired, but that comes with it, and that's where I was a little disappointed. But then I started watching the other fights, and those guys get tired too, So it's all part of it. I thought my output was tremendous considering the short notice. And I train, every day, all the time. But it's different when I'm in a camp and I know I have a fight 8 weeks from now. I don't have options, There's no going and playing around the golf and not being able to go to the gym session that day. It's just when you're out of camp, you have those options. So, I thought I was happy with the performance on such short notice. You can keep doing the interview. I'm gonna let my buddy here show you this swing, show you to put it on the course. But I can hear you, man. I got my headphones in.
Okay, very good. Now I'm not going to interrupt you when you're swinging, so we'll just. I want to see you crush this off the tee.
Let me see if I can just switch this around. This will be my approach shot. There we go. Now it's back. Now it's at it. Here it is. This is my approach shot. Probably 100 yards. I don't know. I hit a nice drive. Probably 96. We're gonna just see how close I can put this one here. Oh, and it's right at the pin. I'm putting for birdie.
Sweet. Yeah. And I gotta get you up to the great Northeast here for the tournament that I run every year. We fight for cancer here, raise a bunch of money. So
yeah, for sure. We talked about that. I'd love to join that sometime, man.
That'd be very, very cool. You clearly got the good golf game, just like the fight game. Let's go back and talk a little bit more about the win over Allen. You were really utilizing a lot of those leg kicks early on and blasting him. Was that part of the game plan to kind of soften him up and maybe keep him at distance with your striking with the leg kicks?
Yeah, that's always my game plan. I'm one of the best strikers in the UFC. I'm one of the best strikers pound for pound, man. So, and I come from a kickboxing background. Those leg kicks are very effective, and when they're used properly and early on, it really slows your opponent. And that's another thing, when you're not in uh, like if you're not in like peak physical condition, those leg kicks take a lot out of you. So, but when you are in shape, you can't throw a lot more. My game plan is always to reel off those kicks.
Very good. And it looked like he had some broken teeth in the third round. Were you aware of that?
I had no idea, but I told him, I was like, man, you got this cut after the fight. I was like, hey, man, you're a warrior, very tough for the opponent. You gave me this cut with 10 seconds left. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, the very first jab you threw in the fight broke my teeth. So I'm sure that definitely played a role in slowing him down a little bit. When you get that type of ailment early on, it's hard not to think about it. And especially when I'm continuing to punch you in the face. So that couldn't have felt good. Again, hats off to him, true warrior.
Now you were on an elk hunt when you got the news to take this fight on short notice. Was it difficult to make weight at 205? Were you a little bit heavier, or were you pretty much right around where you normally would be?
Yeah, I was right around. I thought a lot of people were making a big deal of the weight, but when I went elk hunting, I was 214 pounds. When I came back from elk hunting, I was right at 205. You're not eating a lot out there. You're walking many miles, and it's just that's the way it is. So I got down, and then when I got to New York, I just continued, staying light. Working out and staying light. So I, I was never out of shape. I was in shape. I don't think the weight played an issue, but it was easy to make weight.
Yeah, and then that's exactly what you did, and a big, big win here at UFC 268. Really, for a lot of people's money, Dustin, this is one of the better cards in the history of the sport. People are putting it right up there in the top 5. Did you get a chance to kind of kick back and watch the pay-per-view, or are you too busy doing other obligations?
I was busy, visiting with friends and family and catching up with people, but I was able to watch it hit and miss. And then when I got home, I watched it more in detail, but incredible card. I was very excited to be a part of history, man. That was the most significant strikes landed in any UFC event history between all the fighters. And I think I was a big part of that. So it's just happy to etch my name in history a little bit. And like I said in my post, man, making it to the top is not the same as making it at the top. And winning a fight at Madison Square Garden on short notice like that, and being able to win pretty decisively, in my opinion, it felt good as well.
Yeah, and definitely a huge win for you. No question about that. I wanted to get your take on the main event of Usman and Covington. Obviously, Covington got dropped twice in the second round. I had Usman 1 and 2. I had Kobe winning 3 and 4, and that fifth round was so close. How did you score it? Did you have a chance to maybe sit back and watch it and score it like properly?
I didn't have a chance to sit back and score it. I knew the fight was close, but I certainly thought Kamara did enough to retain his title. I thought that he was the better fighter, but hats off to Colby, man. That guy's an animal, and crazy cardio and durability and just the heart of a champion, man. So I think Dana White said it best. If Kamara doesn't exist, Colby would be champ, but unfortunately for him, Kamara does, and it is what it is, man.
So at the peak of their powers, Kamara Usman versus GSP, Prime. Who wins?
I, dude, I don't know. I think that it would be an epic matchup. And yeah, how can you go? I don't know, man. I don't know who you would take there. I think the sports is always evolving. So of course, Kamara these days is that next best fighter, pound for pound best in the world. But GSP in his day was one of the absolute best. And I think I saw something where their combined opponent records, GSP fought way harder opponents, and just had a little bit better numbers. So if I'm a bet man, I'm taking GSP. I can't bet against him, man.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Did you just put?
I think he would really utilize his wrestling, GSP, on Kamara and wear him down and find a way to win. But then again, I'm not taking anything away from Kamara. I think he's freaking awesome and pound for pound the best. I did just put one-handed I left it about 8 inches short. That was my birdie putt, so I got the par on the hole, and now we're on track, man.
Okay, so you haven't had the par putt yet, or you're about to do that?
No, I've it was, I mean, it was right there. So the guy said pick it up and move on.
Good. Couple more questions, and I'll let you free here to go enjoy
Good, buddy.
the day. So as far as what is next for you, I mean, you just keep looking very, very impressive each time inside of the octagon. When can we expect to see you fight next? And is there an opponent maybe that you have in mind? Because I have to imagine you got to be knocking on the door of that top 10, top 15 now.
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, Kulab was ranked 15. I beat him. He knows it. He admitted it. So yeah, I think that my next opponent should be a top 15 opponent. I'd love to get a ranking next to my name and an opportunity to prove that. But at the same time, I'll let my managers work. I'll let my coaches work. You know, if another short notice opportunity like that arises against an opponent that we feel the matchup is there for us, we'll take that, man. So the biggest thing is just getting back to the gym, getting back to work, and I keep continuing to climb that ladder every day.
Do you think we'll see you back in the cage before the end of this year, or do you think maybe early 2022?
This special time of the year with family and friends, and I'm a big bird hunter too. Saturday's opening day for pheasant season, so I'll be doing a lot of that the next couple months. But yeah, man, early 2022, I plan on getting back in there.
Awesome, man. Well, Dustin, always a pleasure to talk to you, my man. Again, Dustin Jacoby beats John Allen via UD at UFC 268. Before I let you go, I want to give you the floor, man. Tell people where to follow you on social media. If you have anyone to thank, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to thank my teammates at Factory X, my coaches at Factory X. You know, they're promoting producer, my coach out there, my agency. Without any of those people in my life, I want to be where I'm at today. And that's what it's about, man. Surrounding yourself with good people. And I'm very blessed to have a good support cast and great people around me daily that help me move the chains, and excited to keep this train going, man. We got a title shot we're chasing, and who knows, man, you know, 3-4 more wins. We'll see what happens.